So I'd say those are some of the main things, the journey, the navigation, the design, the message. Yeah, there's probably 100 other categories, but I think those are the overarching ones that we did with this particular client. One thing we did towards, as we started maturing with them in the testing roadmap, was we also started to explore other kinds of KPIs or parts of the journey where we could capture attention. So instead of just asking for the demo meeting or the sales meeting, we also started exploring things that would lead to capturing an email or getting someone to come back to the site as ways to engage and get people to really think about them as a brand. It's more complicated to attribute to revenue, but it's actually super impactful to the business because you can grow the list, you can grow the eyeballs and grow the awareness. And that was a really nice maturing to see them start to explore webinars and start to explore downloadables and all these different things that really do matter in people's decision-making process.
Yeah, I think the way I attribute that is that it's harder for somebody to just meet somebody and then just go all in with them, whatever that looks like in any capacity, right? You meet somebody like, hey, we need to get married right now. People buy based on trust, and trust is built through a relationship, and relationships are usually built through over time. And the more touch points that you have, like the longer you're in a relationship with anybody, the better your relationship is and the more that you trust them, right? So I'm big about the getting people onto your email list and just giving them content, giving them value to a point where like, hang on, like these guys are doing so much good stuff. How can we not get on a demo call and see if they can help our business? It's a bigger expense because you're playing the long game, but I believe playing the long game is really good. That can add to your revenue in the long run and increase your conversions as well.
Right. So in the lifetime value. Right.
Yes.
So if somebody's coming back, they see you as that source. And so at every moment now and in the future, when they need something related to what you do, they're going to think of you or connect you with someone else who's looking for that same service or product.
Our business here at Bob, we have a membership where people will come in and they'll learn how to buy a business and they'll get our help looking over deals and stuff like that. And then they might go through a period of their life where like, I actually got crazy family period where, and all this stuff that's going on, they might just pause or just leave for like a couple of months, and then they'll be like, I need to come straight back because they're just getting so much content from us and so much value that like, I still need to follow this path, and they'll come back, and it increases the customer lifetime value because just about by out of association, them still seeing you and still getting value, that you're still in the forefront of their mind, and they also still have that goal of like, I want to achieve this and this is the vehicle. I want to talk about navigation though, because I've found navigation is so big, not just for e-commerce businesses and SaaS business, but particularly for content sites like blogs, where the goal is to have people stay on the website longer to make more money through ad revenue and affiliate revenue. Is it the same with SaaS and e-commerce business that you want to put the best pieces of content in front of those people that are the right pieces of content for them as soon as possible? Like as soon as they come to your homepage, give them the content that they're looking for right away. Is that?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So I would say we generally don't want to take people from a homepage on e-com to a blog.
Yes.
We want to keep them, go the other way, right?
Yeah.
So, but the premise is the same, right? So the goal is if people are getting to your site, they're getting to a content that's relevant to them. We find that there's a lot of opportunity to make it easier to go between parts of the site. So we're often working on taking a blog post or design and helping get to the product or promote the product in the right way, where it's transparent what you're doing, but you're not making them work to figure out, great, I found this article. It talks about solving the problem I have, but where do I go next? Like, how do I actually buy this thing they're talking about? But if I think about that same question of like relevant content, one of the things that we see work over and over again in e-commerce is actually taking products, like specific products the business has picked out or an algorithm has picked out that's here's recommended for you, or here's the top 10 best-selling products on the site right now. And instead of pointing people to this idea of we sell pants, you show, here are the top 5 pairs of pants that are selling right now. And people click on those more, they're more likely to get in there and start browsing for it. And they're ultimately more likely to order it. And so we're always talking about bring the product up, bring it up the page, bring it to the forefront, like give people something that they can really hang their hat on as this is a specific product rather than a category. And so it's the same as I would imagine with blog posts or other kind of content where you don't necessarily want them to be like clicking through. narrowing down too many times, but instead, here's a really juicy piece of content that's relevant to me right now. Let me click on it and get reading.